This episode of Chef It Up is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits.
It's the most wonderful time of the year to be in the kitchen. Today we're making roasted turkey breast with cranberry grape relish and pan roasted carrots. This is our Thanksgiving special and it's going down.
My name is Chef Gal, I'm from Israel. I study in the French Culinary Institute in New York. I worked for a while in Jamaica, then moved to Atlantis, 2009, executive chef at the Cove and the Reef. And in 2015, I moved to Ocean Club as resort executive chef, which I left later on 2016 in order to open Pink Octopus. And that's where I'm still at.
Welcome back to Chef It Up, everyone. I'm your host, Ianthea Smith, and like I said, this is our Thanksgiving special. This kitchen already smells so good, and I'm super excited to show you guys exactly what we are going to be cooking today. This episode brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, and I have in the kitchen with me for the very first time, Chef Gal Kutza. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
In here, it looks so good. It smells so good already. We're making roasted turkey breast with cranberry grape relish. That sounds interesting all on its own. So what are some of the ingredients we're using here today?
Let's start from the relish that we can put it in the oven because it's need to start cooking. We have cranberries, we have grapes, we have a little bit orange juice, a little bit thyme, salt, pepper, sugar.
Nice.
And we're just going to roast it in the oven for about 20 minutes.
Perfect. So we're going to pop that in because as Chef Gal says, it's going to take a little while to cook down. So that's going to be the first thing we do. Again, just a little bit of cranberries, some green grapes. That's one. Can we use any other kind of grape or just that one?
I like green because the cranberries are red, so to have a little bit colors and it's look nicer. And they also, I like the way they taste better.
Perfect. A little bit of time and then we're just going to pop them in. So what else are we using here today?
We have carrots that we marinated with a little bit orange juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, and we already roasting them in the oven to make sure that they're going to be ready on time. We have the turkey here. I can take it and
show it.
It's basically take turkey breast, we debone the turkey, we open the breast, we season it, and we wrapped it back and tied it. The skin will keep it from getting dry. And we tie things up to make sure that it's going to cook as even as possible. We also have one of them right now cooking in the oven.
And we're used to seeing the big old turkey on the plate for Thanksgiving, but we're using this part. Why are we using this cut?
Because turkey is the same like chicken. We have white meat and dark meat. They cook differently. The turkeys are very big. It's intimidating for a lot of people. Yes. Instead of doing it like that, we're doing it a little bit in a simplified version, and we can cook the legs in a different way. Okay. They are very different. It's dark and white meat, so it's always better for me to cook them separate as much as I can. Nice. And the size is always difficult to gauge something that we're doing once or twice a year, how to cook it
very true
properly. So that way it's manageable, it's easy, it's not intimidating, and can do it in every home kitchen.
Right, because a lot of people feel like they have to have the big old turkey sitting on the table in order for it to feel like Thanksgiving.
No, this is a small turkey to start with.
Okay, good.
It's not full size, 20 pound. This is probably 11 pound turkey. So the breast is small. We open it and close it. It doesn't look big, but it's the whole turkey breast as it is. It's easier. We finish roasting them. We take the string out, slicing it, and serve it with everything else that we need to serve.
And y'all, Chef Gal know what he's talking about. Okay, he knows what he's talking about. Chef Gal, you started at the Ocean Club or Atlantis?
No, I started in Atlantis.
At Atlantis, then on to Ocean Club. And now he has his own restaurant, the Pink Octopus.
That's correct.
I love Taco Tuesdays at Pink Octopus. Let me just plug that in right there, okay? The sheep tongue taco, and then you have the fish one, I think. The fish one. How's it going at the Pink Octopus?
It's going well. We had it's our first year. We opened in February.
Wow! Congratulations.
We're doing quite well. I think people like what we're doing, and we try to do it our way, and response are good.
I love it. I love the location. Like I said, I love Taco Tuesdays. Everybody loves tacos. So awesome. So what are we going to start with here today? I know you already started to, like you said, you already started to season our turkey down. So
that's correct. We took the orange juice and reduce it so we can glaze the turkey and for the carrots and for the. We try to use when we're doing things to go on the same plates, to use some ingredients that we're using the same wine in the orange juice reduction for the carrots and for the cranberries, which are cooking now. Awesome. We have few ingredients that we just use for the seasoning. We have thyme everywhere, thyme inside of the chicken, thyme in all the others. So they kind of going to come together when we're going to put them all on the plate eventually.
I think what you're showing me here is that you don't have to be in the kitchen all day on Thanksgiving Day to get a good meal. Because it seems like everything's pretty easy, pretty quick to do.
Yeah, I always try to have a lot of vegetables, not to have these crazy holiday meals that you sit for too long and eat too much. It can be done light and not too much starchy elements to put with everything that's gonna put you down after everything that you eat. So this is kind of light and I don't want to say summery because it's not summer.
But it's refreshing.
Like light and wintry.
Yeah, all right, you guys. So our roasted turkey breast with our cranberry grape relish and our pan roasted carrots, you guys, coming right up. We'll be right back in the kitchen with Chef Gal.
This episode of Chef It Up is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits.
Welcome back to Chef It Up, everyone. Still here in the kitchen with Chef Gal, whipping up our Thanksgiving Day special meal. And I don't know about y'all, but I was a little bit intrigued by that turkey breast that you showed me a little earlier. So first of all, do we need to take our turkey to a butcher to get this cut, or can we do this at home?
If you can take it to a butcher, great. But if not, it's quite easy to do it at home. Turkey is just a big chicken. So it's not, don't be intimidated by that. But basically what we have here, keep it simple. Ooh. This is the whole turkey breast. You see, this is the two sides of it. I season it with thyme, a little bit cure lemon paste. We're taking lemon and cure them in salt for a few weeks or a few months, sometimes a few years. Wow. And we make paste out of it, mix it with the olive oil. It's salty, it's briny, it's kind of a go-to condiment that we are using for a lot of different things. Okay. So the whole turkey is seasoned with that. Then we wrap the skins back around everything. Make sure that it's gonna keep it moist and
nice and
turkey
tight.
is white meat. So now this is the presentation side. This is the nicer one. So we're gonna tie it when this side is down. So the nuts will be on the top.
So what's the purpose of tying the turkey down?
See, there is thin parts, thick parts. They cook differently naturally. So that way we're gonna give it a little bit more even shape. Everything that you tied, usually this is for that purpose. And the other one is it's gonna make it a little rounder, so it's nicer for the presentation at the end of it.
Okay, perfect.
So I took 7 for that side, 7 pieces of butcher rope. It's just simple cotton rope that's not gonna burn or change while you're cooking it. So put it underneath.
This is very interesting.
And it's some people kind of intimidated by doing these things, but it's so simple, and it's actually doesn't take any time.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start from the center one. The only thing I'm doing a little bit different than just tie it, I'm not tie it one time, I'm doing it twice. That will ensure that when I'm finishing, it's gonna stay, it's not gonna open back.
Yeah, it's gonna open up a little, okay.
No, I'm doing only the first one at this stage.
So you guys, this is how a chef ties up a turkey breast for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it makes sense. It's worth the little trouble that involved in it. If we're just gonna throw the breast into the oven as it is, it's just gonna be dry.
Yeah.
50% of it gonna be dry and overcooked. That way, it can make sure that it's a little bit cooked more even. And
what do you think is the one thing we do wrong when we're making our turkey for Thanksgiving?
Cook it for too long. I mean, 90% of the turkeys that I tasted in my life were overcooked. Because it's a big bird and it's something that people cook once a year. Now I'm doing the second nut.
Okay.
The second nut, I can do the regular one.
Okay, so just one knot this time.
So instead of nobody wants to get to the table and started to cut the turkey and then find out that it's overcooked.
It's overcooked.
Or undercooked, which is sometimes bigger
Even
problem.
worse.
Yeah, so basically what we know is turkeys that are always almost overcooked, which it's kind of make injustice to these poor birds.
I know. That's the worst part. Waiting all year to gather with friends and family. You're so hungry. You starve all week just for Thanksgiving, and then the food is bad. Like, why?
Yeah, and it's because it's so big and people are afraid to have it undercooked, so they overcook it. And you know, I'll just leave it for hours in the oven and forget about it, and then take it out. It's look crispy and nice, but it's crispy all over.
If I were to cook, I would go this route because it's simpler, it looks easier, it's not as intimidating as the big bird. So,
that's the other beautiful. Side, it's the presentation side. When we're gonna take it out of the oven, eventually, we're gonna cut the rope out and then we'll slice it.
Nice. So what's a traditional Thanksgiving dinner in Israel?
Nobody celebrates it.
Nobody celebrates it. It's more of an American thing. So you don't even celebrate it at all. It's not really Bahamian, but we kind of...
It's American. But no, all this end of year, we have Hanukkah, which is a holiday in approximately the same time as Christmas. Although we have a little different calendar, so it's not always the same days. But nobody celebrates Christmas.
So when you
the New Year, it's also not really our New Year, although we use this calendar. So we celebrate just because it's a party. Just because.
I love that.
For no other reason.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So our turkey breast is nice and wrapped. It was very simple to do. I may have to hire Chef Gal to come do my own because I may be a little bit intimidated, but it looks very easy. Wasn't hard to do it all. Again, we just use simple seasoning, some salt, you said.
I keep it simple. A lot of time people doing all kind of, stuffing. When they wrap things, if it's a pork or turkey or something, they stuff things inside. I find it.
So you don't like the turkey stuffing?
I cook the stuffing on the side.
On the side,
I'm not going to cook the stuffing inside for the most part. If I do, only when we're roasting the whole turkey, we're going to put stuffing in the cavity of the thing. The reason is that when you cook pork or turkey, you want to cook it just till it gets cooked through.
Yeah.
By that, if you want to cook the stuffing inside, unless you cook it in advance and you put something inside, doesn't make sense because then I'm going to have to overcook the turkey.
Guys, you've been doing Thanksgiving all wrong. All wrong.
But stuffing is great, but it's called stuffing, but it's cooked on the side. It's not cooked inside.
Not on the inside. All right. Chef Gal says do not cook your stuffing on the inside. So what are you doing at Pink Octopus this Thanksgiving?
We have turkeys, of course, because that's Christmas. We have a nice selection of vegetable dishes to go with it. We're making some nice pumpkin pies and all that. We're all doing... It's all sound traditional, but we all do it all our way. Everybody that came to the restaurant know that we like vegetables. We're cooking, we're cooking fish and meat and birds all year round, but we like vegetables. We have a lot of vegetable dishes. And like I said before, the holiday season calls for a lot of vegetable dishes. So we try to incorporate as much of that. We have menu for that. It's not going to be only that menu. If you want to come on that night and have some of the regular menu, you can have it. But we have special menu for that. We also have similar menu to the dinner menu for takeout because some people want to pick it up
and go home,
and take it home with them. So we have all that ready for anybody that is interested and wants to have Pink Octopus turkey.
Perfect. So our turkey, the other one is in the oven. How long does that bake for? At what temperature do we bake that at?
That size, temperature is a little bit tricky one because every oven is different. We try to, you want to cook it in high temperature that the skin will get color and crisp nicely, and you don't want to overcook it. So cook it on the high side, about 400 degrees, your oven, a little more, a little less, for about 25 to 30 minutes. For that size, if you have bigger one, for more, and if you have a whole turkey, sometimes you get in 2 hours, but it's depend on how you want to do.
Okay, perfect, you guys. So our turkey is in the oven. We have some carrots as well.
We have carrots and we have the cranberries. All that should be ready.
And how are we glazing down these carrots? I know you said that you used some of this, our Dark Horse Chardonnay, did we?
Yeah, I mix it with some orange juice, put it together in the pot and reduce it by half. You see, it's almost like a syrup. Not quite syrup because I don't want it to burn, but it's halfway to a syrup. So a little bit olive oil, a little bit salt, pepper, and glaze it twice with that.
Perfect.
While it was cooking.
Our roasted turkey breast with our cranberry grape relish and pan-roasted carrots, you guys, is coming right up. This is Chef It Up. We'll be right back with some food.
This episode of Chef It Up is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits.
Welcome back to Chef It Up, everyone. The moment I have personally been waiting for. I think Chef Gal says our turkey is done.
The turkey is done.
All
and
right.
everything else.
So, Chef, before we dig in, I know we have some wine to taste, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, and so we're drinking the Dark Horse Chardonnay, which is from 700 Wines and Spirits. What should I expect from this flavor profile?
Crisp, light.
And I love a good white
sweet.
wine.
Yep.
A little swirl, sniff and taste. Thank you. That's really good.
Nice. Made it myself. So I'm going to take the turkey out so we can let it rest for a second.
Awesome. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a pretty bird. Look at that. It's not too intimidating. It's not this big old thing that sits in the middle of the table at dinner. It's moist. I can see it just, it is beautiful. Nicely browned. It smells really good.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the juice that I have on the bottom of the pan and put it in my little pan here. That will be used as kind of a sauce. I don't like to make heavy gravy with flowers and stuff. So I rather do it like that.
All right. So just use what you already have.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is so beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. Like, I cannot wait.
Now, it's always recommended to let any type of meat that was roasted to rest a few minutes. When it's very hot, it's kind of going to steam the juice out of it the moment I'm going to cut it, and it's going to be all over. If it's resting for a few minutes, it's going to stay inside. So
okay, perfect.
Take advantage of this time to cut the rope, take the carrots and the cranberries and
do
all
everything
these things,
else.
and then we're ready for that.
All right.
So I'm going to take the carrots out.
So our pan roasted carrots, you guys, are done as well, and they look really good.
Once again,
a little bit of olive oil. We use some thyme. Did we use some thyme with these as well?
A little bit thyme, olive oil, and the same orange juice and wine combination that we use for everything else. They roasted, they are nicely and soft.
Nice.
And slightly caramelized, the same way that we want to have all that. We can put it directly on our serving plate. Doesn't need to be too fussy about it.
What I love most about this dish or this meal is that it's not so overpowering. You have like 10 courses usually at a Thanksgiving Day dinner, and this one is just really simple, really fancy. I can see it tastes really good, and it's just not all of that, you know, the cornbread and the rice and the macaroni, then you got the turkey, then you got sometimes ham. It's just so much, you know, on a given on any given Thanksgiving. But this here, you guys, we're keeping it simple, keeping it fresh. Like Chef Gal says, he loves to use a lot of vegetables in his dishes.
Yeah, this is the cranberry relish that we spoke about. If you can see, the cranberries are completely soft and falling apart. The grapes are roasted but slightly alive still. This is the way I want it to be done, so you have a little bit more texture there than just the soft.
Do you need me to turn that on?
Yeah, please. This is just the juices from the pan, from the turkey. We're going to heat it up and use it as a sauce for the turkey.
All right, you guys. So as you can see here, our roasted turkey breast, our cranberry grape relish, and of course these pan roasted carrots over here. Chef Gal is going to plate me up.
Yes, I will.
So here we're going to
cut the twine first.
Cutting off that rope that we used there earlier.
Need to count them to make sure that we cut them all and nothing left on the turkey.
Good idea.
Because it's still, even after the time in the oven, it's not edible.
I love how the turkey is real moist. It's not overcooked. It's not that dry, big slices that you're used to. It's really just moist, and it looks really delicious.
Well, I would let it rest between 10-15 minutes. It's not going to be piping hot, but it's going to be good enough to let it rest. And I'll slice it now.
All right.
Now, when you're slicing things, take time and slice. Don't chop it down. So it's always going to be cut nicer. And
this knife is going through this turkey like butter. Like I've never, this is really...
Yeah, you see it's very moist.
Ah, look at that.
It's not got dry at all. It's due to the cooking time, the oven was on the right temperature, but also the skin, ensuring that nothing will be overcooked.
Right. Oh, it smells so good. Like, this is my kind of Thanksgiving Day dinner. Especially since I don't want like a lot of rice and carbs and starch.
Naturally, tomorrow morning, all what left can be used for sandwiches and all that. Turkey is great, great for
Are you giving me the whole turkey?
Absolutely.
Don't test me because I will try to eat all of it. I definitely would try. Let's see what's going on with our...
It's something like a dream that we have left over in the morning and we can take and make sandwiches out of it.
Oh, gee.
That's my back, but you know.
Yes. And again, that's a good idea too, because a lot of times you have so much food left over from our holiday meals. It's like it gets thrown in the garbage or, you know, you have no use for it, but make sandwiches, make salads.
Now we're going to take it
Ooh.
with a spoon and with the thyme and everything.
Oh, let me get my fork because it's about to be on. Perfect. This looks so good. This looks like a meal for two. So if you're having like a nice quiet day at home, Thanksgiving, do the whole turkey breast, some carrots.
Yeah, and all the ham and all these things, but...
No, I'm not even into all of that this year. Like, I can do this. This is the route I'm going this year.
Now,
it looks beautiful.
I'm going to put a little bit sesame on top of the carrots.
Sure.
Just to... And very little...
Beautiful. A little sesame seed there.
A little bit cilantro leaves. Don't need to chop them or anything. Just to add a little color, and cilantro add some.
This is really, Chef Gal, I'm going to go dig in now. I don't know if you're done, but I'm going to dig in.
Please do.
Let me go for that turkey first, of course. That is really good. I can taste the turkey. I don't taste burnt anything. I can taste the juices. This is really good. It's so moist. I see what you say about the seasonings that you use to season this with. That lemon paste that you use, a little bit of black pepper.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of it. I don't. It's very strong. It's very salty. I don't want to overdo anything.
Ooh, that cranberry was a good surprise. Very tangy.
Yeah.
Very tangy. It really complements this, you guys. Chef Gal, this is going to be on the menu at Pink Octopus, or
similar to that, and we also have. You're gonna get something similar to that, and you're gonna get a different preparation for the turkey legs. We cure them overnight, and then we cook them confit style, like cover in oil.
So tell them where they can find you. Where's Pink Octopus? The numbers, the email address. Y'all got to get in on this.
We are on the west side of Cable Beach, in front of Sun Fan Resort. The numbers and all that, I don't remember on top of my head. We're on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else.
So find Pink Octopus on Facebook, Chef Gal. This is what I call a Thanksgiving Day meal. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I'm going to try and finish a plate. I probably can't, but I'm going to try. This is Chef Ip, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving. Really good.